Right, I'm just starting another video on Excel. I'm going to open a blank spreadsheet and I'm just going to blow that up. I'm going to, this is a little more, slightly more advanced than the last one, not much. I'm going to make up a fake report, ABC Limited sales report, just giving it the headings. I'm not worrying about any formatting at this stage whatsoever for April to June 2026. I'm going to come down, this is for some cities. I'm going to have London, I'm going to have Paris, and I'm going to have Rome and Berlin. I'm also going to have it by month, April, May and June. We'll have a total one, I'll key in total. And down here I'll have a total row. I'll key in some numbers, just making them up, they're meaningless. I'm showing how laborious this is to do it slowly. I will show you a quicker way, but it's only fake data, so it doesn't matter. I would normally do a different way, but a bit early to show you that just yet. And now that's a very basic little report. I haven't formatted it on purpose. I was going to do it in another video, but I think I'll do it in this one. I'm now going to format this. The heading, I'm going to highlight it all, and I'm going to click on the bold icon up here. There is another way of doing it. You can highlight it, right click the mouse, and it brings up another menu, and down the bottom here you've got format cells. So I can go into format cells, I'll just move that around, and in here you see you've got font, and in here you've got bold. I've got it on bold. That's another way of doing it, so that's okay. It's an on-off, so I could with the bold icon I could turn it off, turn it back on, coming back at it again, just a bit of repetition here. I could right click it, come down, format cells, I could make it regular, come back in, format cells, get it onto font, and then make it bold again. So that's that. I prefer the right clicking myself, because sometimes these icons at the top here may be missing depending on how your Excel is set up. Now I'm also going to, using my mouse, I'm holding the left button down, and I'm dragging across to highlight the whole lot. I want to center that across all of that. So I'm going to right click my mouse, come down to format cells, which is my preferred way of doing it, and I'm going to go alignment. So I click on alignment, and then here on the horizontal it's showing general. I'm going to come down, I'm going to select center across selection. There you go, that's now centered. I should put in there city, I suppose. I'll type in city. I've got that as bold. And I've got it also as centered. I don't want that centered. I'm going to left align that, clicking on the icon up here. That's bold. I might as well make the headings bold. Now the numbers, I've just keyed in that they have no format. When you make something bold or underline it or change the font size, that's called formatting. So I'm going to, these numbers, I'm going to highlight them and the total column and where the total row is, and I'm actually going to right click again, my preferred method, format cells, I'll move them around so you can see them, click on number. I'm going to come down to custom. I like custom. And in here you've got, this one here is dollars and cents, commas. See, it's got a hash with a comma, that's commas between your thousands, which I like. red shows that negatives are in red with a minus there. I'm going to select this one here I like. There's so many different ones. There's currency. Let's have a look at what currency. We'll pick a currency there. It's in dollars. Okay, I don't want currency. I'm going to right click, come back into format cells. I'm going to come back, if I just go number in 2 decimal places, not very exciting for me. I prefer custom with reds and a minus for the negative. The reason I'll show you, if I make one of these a minus now, not that you'd have a minus in there, but a minus shows you in red. It's really easy to see for your eyes and visibility when you're looking for anomalies and reports. Now I'm going to, in the same spreadsheet, I'm going to show you some very long-winded ways of adding that up. I'm going to go equals cell B6 plus, I'm using my mouse, plus. Now I could have, I'm going to delete that. I could have actually typed in equals B6 plus C6 plus D6 plus, sorry, I got that wrong. Yeah, sorry, totally wrong. B7 plus B8 plus B9. It's going to give me the same formula. Very long-winded if you've got a lot of numbers to add up. There is another way. You'll see this an icon. I'll use the icon one. I'll delete that. Up here on the top of the screen, I've got auto sum. I'm going to click that, and it's given me what they call a function, and it's actually got some artificial intelligence, and it's worked out that it thinks you want to sum B6 to B10, which is exactly what we want to do. So we'll go enter. Now I'll show you another way of doing that as well, because there's more than one way to skin a cat when using Excel. We're going to go equal sum, type it in the long way, just an ordinary bracket, go up, highlight the top one, come down. I'm going to come down past row 9, because if you want to insert any more rows, they will not be in the formula unless you have row 10 included in your formula. So that's another way of doing it. There is another way again. There's a little thing here that shows an F and an X. It's called the function wizard. We'll click on that. I know that I want the equal sum. I can't remember how to do it, but I know it's the formula is equal sum. There it is there. There's a whole host of things in here. There's all the functions. There's dozens and dozens and dozens that I've shown you here. They are split into categories. There's date and time functions. There's functions for statistics. There's functions for database, everything. But I just want to go to, I'll go to all. I know it starts with an S, U, that didn't work, did it? Let's try that again. I'll come down, I'll go to all, and I'll just come down to the S's. Not doing this demo very well, but we'll get to S. There it is, equals sum, and it tells you what it does. It adds all of the numbers in a range of cells. There is even a help function. We'll show you more on that later on. We'll go OK on that. That didn't work. Use the function wizard again. Most recently used, sum. OK. I'm going to highlight that. It's showing the sum of B6 to B10. I'm going to go OK. I'm going to show you one more thing. We could do that on all of these cells coming across from C11 to E11. But what you can also do is you can drag it. See that little square in the bottom right corner of cell B11? I can drag that across. That is going to drag the same formula. When I say drag the same formula, everything is relative in Excel unless you tell it otherwise. So instead of dragging the sum of B6 to B10, it's going to drag the relative sum. Because it's one column to the right, it will be C6 to C10, and then D6 to D10, and E6 to E10. There is another way of doing that. I'll delete those. There's several ways I'll show you. You can click on it. you can go right click and copy, select the cells you want with your left mouse button, right click again and go paste. There's another way, you can go Control C and then select where you want to go and then go Control V. There might be another way, I think there is another way, trying to find it up here. It should be on one of these formula, it should be up here somewhere. Where is it? It should be up on the menu somewhere. There it is, copy. So I'm going to copy. Sorry, escape. I'm going to select what I want to copy. I'm going to go copy, and then I'm going to highlight the cells where I want to go to, and then I'm going to click on paste up here. So there's many different ways. My favourite way is to just drag it across, of course, but that won't work if there's any blank cells in between where you don't want it to go to. So we'll show you another way of doing that later. Now we're going to use the auto sum again for adding across for the sales for London. I'm just going to click on auto sum. There we go. It's the sum of B6 to D6. That works beautifully. I'm going to drag that down, and there's my answer there. But you'll notice that we've got all these hashes shown in the cell E11. That means the column isn't wide enough. So if I go up to the top where E is, and if I double see the cursor turns into a cross. If I double click, it makes the column wide enough to actually take the answer for that. So now we've got our totals, we've got our numbers formatted. I don't like the way April, May, June and total they're not centered. So I'm going to right click, I'm going to format the cells, I'm going to align them horizontal, I'm going to align them as a center. So that's those done. I'm now going to put boxes, if you like, or lines around. I'm going to right click. You can use the border thing at the top here. I'm not a fan of that. I'll use that one for now. I'm going to right click. Oops, sorry, undo that. I'm going to right click and use my format cells, and I'm going to go to border, and I'm going to put my own borders around the whole lot using that, and then I don't want all those rows in there, so I'm going to format cells again and unclick the border in the middle. So now I've got that. So I've got a basic little report. It's got numbers in it. The numbers have been formatted to 2 decimal places with commas between the thousands, with a minus in front of the negatives, also formatted to red. We've got bold titles for the city, April, May, June total. The ABC at the top is bold. I'm going to actually change the sizing on that, the font size from 11. You'll see it's size 11. I'm going to make that size 14 because it's the heading for the report. Again, I could highlight that, right click, select format cells, and on my menu here I'm going to select font and might change the font size to 16. What the heck. Okay, that's the font size to 16. So we've now learned how to format numbers and format borders. We've put in a basic formula, we've copied a basic formula, and we've changed the font size. That's probably enough for this video, enough to get you a little bit of a basic taste. I'll leave you to it for now, and if you like this, good luck, and perhaps you might see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.